be mindful of that too, because you have to be careful of disruption delays and distractions. When you realize, okay, I'm going to focus on the people who I am assigned to, other people are going to start popping up as distractions because they don't want you to focus. The construct doesn't want you to focus on your assignment, because if you focus on your assignment, you elevate, and so do they. So everybody keeps going higher. So that's not what the game is constructed to do. The game is constructed to keep you here. So if it wants to keep you here, it's going to put things and weird shit and static in the way from you getting a clear understanding of what you're supposed to be doing. That's why you're watching me. If you're watching me, yeah, you're one of them. Does that make sense? And you know exactly what I mean when I say you're one of them. So it's like, you have to make sure when that person comes to you, you ask your team, am I supposed to help this person? And if they're like, no, it's a distraction, or you ask, is this a distraction? And they're like, yeah, then you need to be like, you know what? I'm gonna catch you in a minute. Let me, or just give them quick advice, quick and dirty. This is what's going on. This is going on. Okay, just handle it like this. Or do you want to talk about it? And they're like, oh yeah, because people are like, Keisha, why does everything have to be an assignment? I'm not saying that everything has to be an assignment, and I'm not saying not to socialize with people, but you have to be careful who you socialize with, because a lot of the people in your life right now that you are socializing with, they are distractions and disruption delays. They disrupt you from doing what you're actually supposed to be doing. Does that make sense? And then 9 times out of 10, you'll know that they're a distraction because you're depleted after you have a conversation with them. After you interact with them, you are depleted. You are not charged. If you are not charged when you're talking to a person that is not your assignment, they are a battery drainer and a distraction or disruption delay. They are not a charger to help you get to the next level of what you're supposed to be doing. Now, just because someone is a charger for you does not mean that you need that they're your assignment, because they're not. They might not be your assignment. So don't sit with, oh, she charges my battery or he charges my battery, so I'm gonna sit underneath them. You can't do that either. You can't do that. Like I said, if you're watching me, this is what is supposed to happen. This is the protocol. These are how it works. Does that make sense? If you're like, oh, she has no idea what she's talking about, me and you, we're not the same. This is not for you. Does that make sense? And no malice, this is just not for you, or you're not ready for it. You're early and you're looking around like, why am I doing this? Because I've done that. I've sat around going, why am I making these books? Why am I learning these clearings? Why am I learning these protocols? Now that I'm helping other people and people are coming to me going, hey, this is what I'm going through. And I'm like, oh shit, I went through that last year, or I went through that a couple of years ago. And I can help them and tell them what I did to see if it can help with them too. Now I understand why. I was just early. Does that make sense? I'm trying to keep this short.